Hey, what's up guys? MGH here, and today we are going to be talking about online career mode. It's a bit of a hot topic at the moment, so let's talk about some details, some ideas that I've got, and ultimately, would it work? Basically guys, I'm going to break this video down into three key areas. I think these are the 3 points we've got to think about. So, why hasn't it been done already? That's number one. Number two, if it could be done, how would they do it? And number three is a little bit of an odd one, but it's Ultimate Team, the other game mode in the game that everyone knows and loves, and that gets all the attention. That's going to be a very key point that I'm going to talk about in this video. But of course, number one is why hasn't career mode been made online already? Why hasn't it been done already? We're at FIFA 18 in just 5 or 6 months. Why has it not been done before when it's already in other games? And it's not like it's never been suggested either. For years and years we've been asking for an online career mode. Why haven't EA done it? And also, why haven't they talked about it? I don't think they've got anything to hide. They could easily just say, guys, it's not going to happen in the FIFA franchise, or we're working on it. Maybe one day we will see it in a FIFA game. Why can't they just give us a definitive yes or no? Well, obviously, they don't have an answer. Maybe it is something they think they could do, but just right now it's not in their plans. They've got a lot of other things that they're working on. They've recently started up the Journey, of course, which would have taken a lot of development time. I think they spent 3 years on that or something like that. So, in their eyes, maybe an online career mode just isn't a priority. There's, obviously no financial reward for that. It's not something we'd pay for. Or is it? I don't know. We're going to be talking about that later in the video. But number one, of course, is why hasn't it been done already? And also within that point is why haven't they spoke about it? Moving on to point number two. If it could be done, how would they do it? So I've made a couple of points here. And, forgive me if you think they're not great. These are just some random ideas I've had. They're not necessarily, gonna work. They might be absolutely rubbish, but you've got to have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, etc. So maybe they do something like they did with the Journey, and that is adding a couple of restrictions there. Maybe online career mode would be Premier League only. Another idea I've got is maybe you could have a maximum of 2 to 4 players. So instead of having an online career mode with 20 different people playing each individual team in the Premier League, which in my opinion just wouldn't work, by the way. The amount of waiting you'd have to wait for an opponent to come online as the team you've got to play would be an absolute nightmare. So if you've got a max of 2 to 4 players, you could possibly have close friends playing with you only, not strangers online. And you can just say, I'm going to be online at 4 p.m. Maybe we could play our games then. And if all players are in agreement, then you all go online and you play your matches. It would be much more simple and easy to organise. So there's a couple of ideas there. Obviously, I've spent maybe half an hour just jotting some ideas down. If you were to really sit down and think about it like EA would, they would have countless meetings, months and months and months of preparation, getting all their ideas together. They could probably come up with some much better solutions. But as I'm sitting here right now thinking about how it could be done, I personally I don't see it. I honestly think online career mode is much harder to implement than we think. And although I would love it, and I would love it that they could do it and come up with the answers to my questions, then that would be fantastic. But as it is right now, I just think unless they put some heavy restrictions into this game mode, I don't know how it's going to work. But we'll move on to point number 3 now, and that is Ultimate Team. So the reason I wanted to talk about Ultimate Team is because that is the main game mode in FIFA. That's what sells millions of copies every year. It's the most popular game mode of any sports game in history, right? It gets all the development time. It gets all the attention, all the money, I would say. At least a large proportion of their budget will go into Ultimate Team, improving that game mode, making sure it's the most popular game mode, because they make a lot of money on Ultimate Team. And the fact that it's getting competitive with esports, there's a lot of money to be made in Ultimate Team, and they definitely know this, and it makes business sense, right? It makes business sense to focus on the game mode that is the most popular and also makes the most money. So here's some ideas to potentially fix this. A solution to the Ultimate Team crisis for career mode players. All the money and time gets invested in that, and career mode just stagnates in the corner, right? So, idea number 1, separate FIFA career mode game. A lot of people will not be for this. They will hate this idea. But let's say when FIFA 18 comes out, you can buy FIFA 18 and you can buy FIFA 18 career mode. Personally, you could say because I'm a YouTuber, I'm a little bit biased, but I would buy both games. Yeah, I would have the career mode and I would have the other FIFA 18 game, which is, Ultimate Team, Pro Clubs. This is something they've done in the past. They've had a career mode type game, standalone game. It could work. It could, but it shouldn't. And I don't think it's the right thing, but it's a suggestion. The other one I've got is making career mode a DLC. Now, when I say career mode, I don't mean the actual base game career mode, the game that we get now. That should be included with the game when it comes out. However, they could have an online career mode DLC for $12.99. You get online career mode. It means that, there's money there to be made. If they want to promote and improve career mode and give it an online feature that can actually make some money, people would buy it. There's no doubt in my mind that a lot of you watching this right now, thousands of you watching this, would buy a career mode DLC if it meant you could play online with friends. If you don't think you'd buy that, then fair enough. You've still got the career mode base game that we get now, the unimproved, if that's even a word, the left alone game mode that we've had for years, which has minor improvements every year, which, by the way, I'm still kind of grateful for. They could literally release the same career mode every year with just the updated kits and players. At least they do make a couple of changes here and there, but they're obviously not the changes we want. I would definitely spend up to be honest, me being me and the fact that I do make money off career mode, I upload videos and things like that, I'd happily pay quite a bit of money for an online career mode. That's just me. But for you guys, what would be the price that you would pay? It's a difficult decision to make, and I'm sure EA have thought about this. But where do they stand on this? What's the price point? How much do they value an online career mode? Would it be, similar to Battlefield Premium? When you get all the map packs and you get all the extra shit that comes with the game, and it's the same cost as the game itself. If they were to do that, then I don't think it'll be that popular. But if they were to make it somewhat, £5 to £15, it could be relatively successful. But then the last idea, which I think potentially is the best way to do this, and forgive me, okay, a lot of people are going to disagree with this. I know a lot of YouTubers themselves have said, things like this in the past, including myself, actually. I didn't make a standalone video about it, but I think Masterbucks did one. It was quite a good video, actually. I recommend it. Monetizing career mode. Now, before you go crazy and grab your pitchforks and attack me, I'm not saying that they need to make career mode pay to win. I'm not saying that you have to pay to, play as a certain team or pay to get more transfer budget in the game. What I'm saying is, you get the game, you get career mode as it is. You can play it for free exactly how you are at the moment, but there could be one or two little features in the game that they could monetize. Now, I don't know what they could be. Maybe it is a case of, let's say you're playing as Real Madrid, you've blown all of your money on Neymar, Messi, whatever. I know that's unrealistic, but let's say you've blown your whole budget in the first window and it comes to January and you want to sign someone else and you've got no money. Then maybe they could do a little feature. It's 79p for £30 million in your transfer budget, or 30 million euros in this case. That could be a way to monetize it. It's completely optional. And don't forget, if they don't include an online career mode at this point, but they still monetize career mode, it's all offline. You're not going to be paying to win. You're not going to be, getting a better team to beat someone else. It's all offline. There's a lot of offline games out there that are completely moddable. You can cheat in offline games, single-player games. You can cheat. You can use cheat codes. Why not in career mode make it possible to just boost your team a little bit? There's been plenty of occasions over the last 5-6 years where I probably would have spent a couple of pounds to get an extra player in the team, or maybe they could introduce a kit editor and you pay £1.99 to change the kit. Just something that monetizes career mode slightly. So for those of you out there who don't want to do it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you. But for those who do want to get a little bit extra, they can pay a slightly... It probably would be a bit of money knowing EA, because their DLC is expensive. It has been. The microtransactions are a little bit high in some of their games. But it's your choice. You've got the choice, and it doesn't really change anything other than the fun factor for you. Oh, I don't know. It's so difficult. I had to make a video on this. I've got so many ideas. Ultimately, guys, can online career mode work? If it can work, how would they do it? There's just so many ifs and buts. I would put a lot of money on there never being an online career mode that ships with the game. Although I hope I'm wrong. I would absolutely love it if they announce in a couple of months, when the information for FIFA 18 starts coming out, that they say, by the way, guys, online career mode is coming. I would be so pleased, and I would love to know how they're going to implement it, because, sitting here right now, I think it would be very difficult to balance it out and make it fun. But it would be interesting, and I'm sad to say I just don't see it happening anytime soon. It's a real shame, because for me, I've done career mode for a long time, as you know, multiple years now uploading career mode videos, and I'm seeing a decline, a massive decline. And it's a shame, because career mode is something I absolutely love. I adore it. I will continue to upload career mode for as long as I enjoy playing it. And it's dying. It really is. I'm seeing a lot of people just not playing it anymore. I've got fans that I've stayed in touch with that used to play career mode like me every single day, but they've all moved over to Ultimate Team. They don't play career mode anymore. And it's such a shame. And it's not our fault. It's not the YouTuber's fault. It's not the player's fault. When a YouTuber uploads career mode for many years, of course the series is going to get boring. It's the same shit every year, just different teams, It's not our fault. It's EA's fault for not improving the game. And again, you can't really blame them. Career mode isn't something that makes money. It's not something that makes financial sense to improve and spend the money on trying to make it better. It makes sense to stick with what works and what makes money, and that's, of course, Ultimate Team. But maybe some of the ideas I had about, the separate FIFA game, the career mode game, the DLC, or just monetizing career mode itself, maybe these are the only options left for EA to really dive in and improve career mode as a whole, because it needs an overhaul. But this has kind of got depressing, so I'm going to stop here. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like rating, and feel free to tweet me any ideas you've got. My Twitter is @officialmgh, and I will catch you next time.